Welcome to the Corona Post Show. A big day here on Rottnest Island for the Rip Curl Search event presented by Corona. A lot of crazy highlights went down today, including this man, Italo Ferreira, taking out a big win over Yago. It was a very close matchup. Two incredible aerialists going back and forth. Smaller scores kept it a bit wide open. No one got in that excellent range, and Yago was basically an air away from turning the heat, as he was so incredibly frustrated in the water, knowing he had a huge opportunity against the reigning world champ. But Italo will take that and have the matchup with Medina on finals day. Thanks for being with us on the Corona Post Show and on the Harvey Norman host set. Joe with Bugs and Richie. What a day of action, Bugs. We got down here first thing in the morning, and we were worried about the weather all day. We thought it was going to start pouring at noon, and it held off, and we actually accomplished a lot more than we thought we were going to do today.
We sure did. The wind was beautifully offshore. The waves were there, and you know, I looked at the forecast, and there was the satellite. This massive storm was all around Rottnest Island for like 4 hours, and it's just moving in now, Joe, just at the end of competition.
And even really cool how we started off the day, Rich. An emotional win for Pupo over Michelle Perez. Found a lot of tubes, some big airs as well. We kind of got to see everything from the world's best today.
Yeah, it was a really action-packed day right from the first heat, but we saw it all. Saw the airs, saw the hacks, saw the barrels, saw the snaps. It was the full repertoire and great entertaining.
So stoked. Let's now hear from the reigning world champ. Italo is with Stays.
Well, firstly, thanks for such an entertaining heat to you and Yago. But are you okay? Some big slams in that heat.
Yeah, I know, Yago. It's a hard guy to compete, you know, and I tried to go like big, and I fell on the bigger one. But on the end of the game, I got a couple waves and played the game, you know, and put some pressure on beginning of the heat. And yeah, it has been fun, and I can't wait for the next one.
How happy were you to see a one-wave set at the end there?
Oh, yeah, that's 2 more in a row, so yeah, let's go. Exciting.
Is that something you've been working on, playing the game a little better? Obviously, we know how exciting you are when the wave comes, but in the slower heats, obviously that's a different strategy.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard because you try to just make a couple little turns and make the points, you know, but when you have wave, we can try anything we want, you know, and sometimes it's hard, but that last hit was kind of slow, but me and Yago create something different on the small waves, and yeah, it was fun.
You know, that leads me to my next question. Is it nice to surf against a surfer who ultimately has the same strategy as you? Go big or go home?
It's nice because it pushed me a lot, you know. This is motivating me every single day, you know. Me and Yago, we always on a first surfing on the water, you know, surfing every single day and try to get better every day, and has been super fun, and it's nice to have those guys on the World Tour, and also pushing me a lot and motivating me, yeah.
Best of luck for the finals day, and thanks for the awesome show.
Thanks, guys.
Well done for Italo Ferreira, getting past Yago Doors. You can see Yago still out in the water, just digesting what was a frustrating loss. Oftentimes you'll see a guy like Yago come through and you say, hey, great job, quarterfinal, and they're just like, are you kidding me? I had a lot more I wanted to show. I think that's what Yago's feeling right now. He was so close to comboing up those lefts. It might take him a long time to recover from that one, Rich.
Yeah, he's just digesting what went wrong there, and he'll be playing the heat over and over, back in his mind thinking, okay, if I just landed those air, if I maybe surfed that wave a little bit differently, maybe a touch more conservative, got to the finish, might have been a different story. But he got a little taste there. He got really, really close, and that's addictive, you know what I mean? So we're going to see Yago's tapping into something here, and we're going to see him build and build throughout the rest of the year.
We're also seeing an example of the seeding format. Italo got second in the seeding round, which sent him to the bottom half of the draw to set up the matchup with number 1 and 2 in the world as early as the semifinal. On the opposite side of the draw, we've got some young guns into the semifinals. Morgan Siblick, Bugs, does it again, proving us that he's got way more strengths than just the East Coast into another semifinal.
The quintessential little Aussie battler, Morgan Siblick, has just grown his confidence, his self-belief. Not only does he, you know, have this sense of self-belief that he belongs, but he's taking it to the big guys.
And this was a heat, Rich, where it wasn't about, okay, Ocean's going flat, make smart tactical decisions. It pumped in this heat. Both Julian and Morgan had a ton of chances to go back and forth.
Yeah, these guys were landing the punches, and it was a really, really cool matchup here. Jules just bringing that backhand attack And, well, Morgan's on some sort of heater now, man, because he is just surfing so well. And it's kind of astounding just how good this kid has gotten over the last 12 months. The surfing is there. The competing is there. Like, he's making really smart decisions. And he's just not phased one bit about these bigger name surfers.
So crazy what the rookie class has done to Julian this year, from Jack Robbo at Pipeline. Now 2 wins for Siblick over the Australian legend as he's back into a semifinal. All J. Bottle Thompson semifinal with Liam O'Brien. I heard that if he had an athlete make the final, he's getting a tattoo. Well, that's guaranteed now with Liam, and Morgan also shaving the beard and his head. We got to hold him accountable for that one, Bugs.
Yeah, we'll see Bottle probably at the wave range with a quokka on his shoulder.
It's going to be wild. Carissa Moore also on fire this year. World #1 is showing no weaknesses as she's trying to hunt down what would be a 5th world title this year. Had the rematch from the final at Newcastle. How'd you see this one playing out, Rich?
Yeah, this was a great matchup. Bella starting things off and fought for the inside track on the first wave. She got it and she performed really well and really took it to the world champ for a little while there. But just the strength and the power of Carissa Moore, it's unmatched at the moment. Similar to how Gabriel is on the men's side. Carissa is just so dominant in all her performances. She never slips up, just controls the heat with amazing surfing like this. Just so much power and acceleration out of every single turn. I don't know how they're going to stop her.
She looks so comfortable performing this season. She looks like her confidence is at 100%. She's always said her biggest battle is her confidence. Right now she's feeling like world #1. Another big 9.5. She's had the most 9s out of anybody on tour this year, as she might be just moments away from another huge win, Bugs.
Well, Carissa Moore's got a lock on #1 in the final 5. Just a lock on it.
Kind of similar to maybe Medina's role on the men's side as well. The world title talk is totally different this year, Rich. With that final 5 scenario at lower trestles, #1 will have a clear advantage on that one-day finals day.
Yeah, they get to get a little bit further there, and then the back seeds, the 4th and 5th, will go against each other as they work their way through. But it's a new format for us all to watch, and it's a new format for the surfers to compete in. So it's going to be real interesting. But it's almost like a bit of an etchy sketch moment where the slate's clean, and 5th place can win the world title. So that's super exciting for spectators.
Really exciting, and our world #1s at the moment are almost the best at the Surf Ranch. So scary signs for the world tour. Waves did pump today. We scored at Strickland Bay. So now it's time for the Boost Mobile Wave of the Day. Of course, it's going to be excellent scoring into the 9s, and 9.57. It goes to Yago Dora here. Check it out, Bugs. What'd you think?
Well, this was a peak performance by Yago Dora, and this wave was extraordinary. This whole performance in the heat he was just trying to emulate this in the heat just now with Italo Ferreira, but this is why he's so upset, because he did this morning.
So incredible to see what he did in the air. He's going to be all over the highlight reel of this search event. Devastating loss for Yago, but he did achieve that Boost Mobile Wave of the Day. Coming up next on the Corona Post Show, we will dive into the Surfline forecast, make predictions for the waves and for the champions on finals day. Also, the top 5. We'll be right back. You're watching the Corona Post Show. Let's check out the Surfline forecast. Richie, love it. When is finals day going to go down?
Well, mate, it might be tomorrow. Have a look at that big purple blob just heading towards that southwestern corner of Australia there. We've got this solid swell that's filled in today that's going to continue on through to tomorrow. And then Armageddon's going to hit us on Monday. So we look at the long-range forecast here. So 6 to 8 foot faces tomorrow. We're going to have a bit of cross and onshore wind we might have to deal with, but have a look at the wave heights on Monday, 12 to 15 feet. And then it cleans up again on Tuesday as this system starts to taper off. So the swell's going to be there. We're just going to have to duck and weave a little bit through this wind, and we'll be coming down and checking conditions.
Really incredible having so many choices, what it looks like. Today's Saturday, tomorrow still a ton of waves, and it looks like the winds do clean up even into Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's a strength to it, and then it backs off. So the good news is, as you said, the swell is going to be there. There's going to be no shortage of it. We just got to get the winds right. We've still got plenty of days on the window. So we'll just pick the eyes out of it. We've got an exciting finals day coming up.
So 6 heats left, really. Well, semifinals, finals. So when is finals day? Well, we'll find out. We've got some choices. We'll check
I can make a call if you want me to.
No, we'll check it out first thing in the morning and try to get the best conditions out of the next few days. Dimity Stoyle always loves going behind the scenes, and this is what she came up with today.
Have you had a quokka selfie yet?
I have not.
What?
Show me how to do a quokka selfie. I've been teasing everyone that's lame, like this.
On the ground. Quokka selfie, you've got to get so low.
Maybe I'll just Photoshop one next to me.
Yeah, seriously. Matt, what have you done?
John.
See? Pedal power.
Bike program.
Yeah, the bike. There's the bus boys, and you guys are the biker boys. Yeah, the bikey boys. Bikey gang. The gang. Yeah, cowboy. Croc Dundee.
No way.
Hang on.
Dimity always gets the best stuff, and I kind of love how she really captures that grassroots type feel of this event where everyone's cruising in between heats. We always talk about titles, requalification, final five, and then in between you get to feel what the surfers are going through on a lay day basis, because there's a lot of fun to be had as well, Rich.
There's heaps of fun. There's a lot of donating to be done too. Matty McGillivray, he smashed 3 of those things this morning.
No way. I guess he's allowed to now.
Well,
he's
contest is done, yeah.
Right.
So just let it all hang out for a week or two and then get back on the program.
I love it. Now it's time for the final, or the top 5 of the day. A big day at Strickland Bay, coming in at number 5 on the list. Goofy foot Brazilian turning in his best result in a very long time and opened up the morning for us in incredible fashion. Miguel Pupo doing such a great job against Michel Perez. Longtime friends, longtime rivals, and he was able to get a dreamy heat with these running laps, Bugs.
Yeah, Miguel surfed so good throughout this tournament, and he's just, I think he's just coming into a good patch in his surfing. He's had a frustrating East Coast run, and now he's really, looking forward to the rest of the tour.
Found some beautiful barrels today, didn't he? Just that got 2 in this heat, and one of them so deep, and this one here just beautiful. Puts both arms in the wall, stalls. Great vision, and this thing just opened up beautifully for him as he came shooting out into the channel, and that would have felt amazing.
That wave was
what we live
so
for.
dreamy. There's the smile. It was just beaming off of his face. That was such an emotional win for him, as he hadn't been in a quarterfinal since 2017. Number 4 on the daily top 5. Wild card named Liam O'Brien in his first CT ever is on such a big run, Bugs.
He just keeps rolling through, and the big names fall around him, and Liam O'Brien, he just came from the clouds.
It's great to see how he's taken down some of the biggest names. I mean, how far can this man go, Richie?
Well, mate, you never know. He might get a victory in his very first CT event. He's doing some amazing surfing here, though, on his backhand and his forehand. Really signaling to the world that when he does make the tour, he's going to be a legit threat.
So good to see Liam step up in such a big way, taking down some of the biggest names. Number 3 on the list, the top 2 in the world. still intact. In fact, they'll have a surf in the semifinals. How'd Medina look in your opinion, Rich?
Oh, just unstoppable at the moment. He's gone into Turbinator mode. So solid on his feet, hardly ever falling, and bringing the variety here. Have a look at this, mixing it up. The layback snaps, the big lip glide floaters, and then takes to the air as well. So he's just showing us the full repertoire of maneuvers that he has.
And I guess the big story for Medina and Italo, those were close heats. Italo with Yago and even Connor with Gabriel Medina. Those were very close decisions at the end of the day, Bugs.
These are super close heats. Both Medina and Italo were in danger here. Their opponents, if they'd scored like 7-point rides at those crucial last 5 minutes of the heat, there could have been a different story. But they prevailed, and this is what champions do, Joe.
We'll see how important that this is for the Final 5 showing. Italo and Medina once again having a matchup, and that's how we kicked off the year at Pipeline and the year before with a world title on the line. Number 2 moment. Fitzgibbons gets so shacked on the backhand, Rich.
Love this full backdoor section. Sal disappears from view, gets a little chandelier she needs to bust through, and this is a testament to how fit Sally is, the strength. She just powers out of that barrel and then gets a nice little hit to finish off. Great ride there for Sal.
Well done for Sally Fitzgibbons, surfing incredibly well, getting so barreled in that heat and getting one of the biggest numbers for herself in the event. Well, one man that blew up with the biggest heat total he's had in his career is Yago Dora, taking the #1 moment of the event.
A heat for the ages, Joe. This will be remembered for a long time, just the performance of Yago Dora. It also shows his potential. This guy could be a contender.
So cool to see his combinations. Judges told him in the morning, hey, big combos, you're going to get big scores. Not only was he comboing up his turns, but the airs he were doing were futuristic. They were spot on with his landings. He deserved every bit of those big totals, Rich.
Wow, this was just a real air show in this heat. He just looked so confident. Huh? Never looked like he wasn't going to make these airs, sticking it all. And as you said, Bugs, I really feel like he's coming into his potential now, really starting to tap into that confidence and that feeling of belonging within the tour. He's going to keep rising up the ratings.
It's really true. And I think for him being devastated, he knows he can win now. He knows he can push the best in the world. He's inspired by his own performance. So I'm expecting him to really solidify a spot in the top 10 picture halfway down the year.
You know, Yago said that one of his goals this year was to win a CT event. He said he's been doing airs all his life. He's now working on his rail game and his power game. Bringing it all together is the whole thing, Rich. That's what a world title contender does.
Absolutely, and I think he, like you said, he would have thought this is an event that I can win. It's that left-hander. He's done all the warm-up last year in the Maldives, a couple of trips there, and he would have been going, this one's mine.
Let's check out the finals day brackets. The men's semifinals are going to be fun to watch. We've got a wild card named Liam O'Brien surfing against one of his best friends, the rookie Morgan Siblick. Siblick's been there before, just recently in the Aussie leg, and Liam's just feeling himself as a wild card on tour, getting past some big names of the game. And then the world champs seat, Medina and Italo. Bugs, who's going to win the contest?
No, can't pick it. Not with those two guys in the bottom. And that's a fantastic story. That top story is unbelievable. I mean, can Liam O'Brien go all the way to the final? It's incredible. Morgan Siblick yet to break into a final, but he's been at the semi-final stage, so he's feeling comfortable. And these two, Gabriel Medina, Italo Ferreira, mouth-watering. Can't wait for that one.
Okay, that's going to be tough to decide a champ then with the world champ seat. Going to the women's final day bracket. We've got some great heats to look forward to. Fitzgibbons, Tyler Wright. Tyler in 5th on the final 5. Carissa #1 in the bottom half of the draw. And Joanne and Sally trying to get those spots in that final 5. Rich, how's it going to play out?
Wow, this is going to be really interesting. Bit more of the usual suspects in that semi-final lineup. So many WCT victories within that little group there. Oh, if I have to pick, I'm going to go Sal at the top of in the first semi-final. I'm going to go Carissa in the second semi-final. The winner out of that, flip a coin.
There we go. That's going to be yet to be decided. What about the men's side, Rich? Do you have a thought on the champion there? Or are you with Bugs? Kind of going, we have to wait to see it play
I'll sit on the fence in the men's side of things. I just, again, can't wait to see either the wild card or the tour rookie come up against the experience and the might of either Italo or Gabriel.
Really special. A day of competition, setting up an incredible finals day. Join us first thing in the morning on WorldSurfLeague.com for the call to see if we are on finals day. We'll see you then.
morning from the Rip Curl Rottnest Surge presented by Corona. It is Saturday, May 22nd, just after 7:30 a.m. Another spectacular sunrise. Drifting backhand jam to get started.
Pitch the fans pretty good. Gotta finish it. Oh, shoot.
He's going to go to the big reverse.
There it is.
He sticks it.
Have a look at the height there.
Cuida de mi familia, Señor, yo te lo suplico. Ave María, bendícenos que no está. Que Dios nos guarde, baby, los envidiosos. Hay mucha gente por ahí, cuidado, son peligrosos. Que Dios nos guarde, baby, los envidiosos. Hay mucha gente por ahí, cuidado, son peligrosos. Me acuesto en la cama y te digo, guíame, guíame. Dame luz que no me quiero perder, ni perder. Pero siempre hay un lambón y va a joder. Y yo sigo protegido por tu sangre y tu poder. Yeah.
Jams it hard under the lip. Hard off the bottom, belts it vertically.
De Souza squares up and throws a big vert at us. Big carp there. Oh. Somehow he's going to stick it. Nice sequence of turns, a lofty reverse on the end of this ride. Yago Dora loading up for another one of these full rotations. And he's going to get it this time.
Blood is in the water, hide your kids and daughters. Out it like a mobster, killing it for honor.
To the barrel again, Sally Fitzgibbons tucking in, tucking in.
I call it victory, I call it victory. No, it's never enough.
Sally Fitzgibbons gets absolutely shacked.
Going up, going up, going up. Spaceship elevator, golden gladiator. It's going through my head. Nothing's gonna stop me, nothing's gonna stop me. Through my veins it spreads. I don't wanna stop it, I don't wanna stop it.
Carissa's up again at the
'Cause
moment.
I just took a hit of some power.
Let that money talk. Take it to the head. Take it to the head. I just let that money talk.
Keith Siblick hard off the bottom, crushing that first section. He is a wave magnet.
Let that money talk. 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 I just let that money talk. 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 Talk.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.